So last week when the physio came to see me, she had a really good suggestion because we talked about my symptoms and the reason why she was there, and it was because um, I have what's called a frozen foot, and I've talked about that before, where your brain isn't communicating to your motor skills. So when you walk or shuffle, um, it's because you're not getting that full communication transmission to the actual act of what you're doing, which would be walking. And so I had an incident where I tripped over my foot, and now I have there's some investigations into whether I've got some trouble with my knee or not. But what she said was that this is what I normally wear in the house. So it kind of looks like a croc slipper, but it's actually made by a company called Cuddly. And I think they cost about £22 a pair. They're they just align with your body, with your foot, and they are so comfortable. Even though they look like they're hard, they're not. When you put your foot into it, it's kind of like your foot just melts into it, and it's lovely. But apparently this is called a slider. And a slider is when your foot slides in and slides out. Now, apparently that's not good for uh, if you've balance issues, which we do with in Parkinson's, but I would say that anyone with a balance issue could find this to be a little more difficult. Uh, and I suppose I hadn't really noticed it, but it kind of does make sense because I was wearing these the day that I tripped. So, what she suggested was your good old fashioned slipper where your foot fits in and is secure, uh, with the heel also being secure, the back of the foot, so there's no chance of your foot going to slide in and out of this. And initially I was like, oh, I don't really like my feet being covered, or I almost feel like my feet feel like they're claustrophobic in a way. And having said that, I don't want any more episodes where I'm going to trip. And so I went out straight away and got a pair of slippers that I have to admit are very comfortable, and my foot does feel secure. I can wear these with or without socks because they're fur lined on the inside, and I don't really have to wear socks, but I can wear like a thin pair of socks and it still fits fine. So I figured if this is going to reduce the possibility of danger or damage, well, then I should be doing that. I think safety over comfort has to win out in this situation. So it's just a little tip, because I never thought that I could make um, a frozen foot worse than a slider slipper. So now, having said that, I have also had a frozen foot in a full shoe when I'm out um, in a shop. But what she did say was that if you had any indications of a frozen foot prior to going out, or your feet are kind of claw-like before you go, that would that would tend to keep doing that when you're out, whether you're in this or a regular shoe, a runner or a trainer or whatever. You can still have, if your communication isn't good that day for whatever reason, you could have that come even in a pair of proper shoes. But this was more about being indoors and being safe when you go up the stairs, down the stairs, that you're not sliding, your foot isn't sliding, but that it's just secure in a shoe. So I thought I would just share that tip because I'd never thought of that. And yeah, safety over comfort.